How you folks doing? So a husband and wife have been having some problems in the bedroom. Unfortunately, the wife is never really in the mood, and when they do make love, it seems the man can never satisfy his woman. The man is at the end of his rope, and the wife feels bad, so she goes to her obstetrician gynecologist and lets him know what the problem is. And he prescribes some medicine, and that doesn't do anything, so he refers her out to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist can't do anything to help her, get aroused or even in the mood. And that leads to a referral to a psychologist, and the psychologist can't help, so the psychologist refers her to a pastor. Maybe it's a faith issue, but that doesn't help either. So she's at the hair salon talking with her friends about it, and one of her friends tells her that she had a similar problem, and she went to this voodoo priest, and he helped her with that problem, and that her sex life has drastically improved, and she has no complaints anymore. So the wife says, okay, I'll hit him up, I'll check it out. She goes to this voodoo priest, and she says, look, I'm having trouble getting aroused and in the mood, and when I do make love with my husband, it's not really fun or enjoyable. And the voodoo priest looks at her and goes, okay, I help you with your problem. And he hands her this wooden box. And he says, whenever you wish to get into the mood, you say the words Voodoo Penis, and then you name whatever part of your anatomy you wish for it to pleasure. She's like, are you serious? He's like, it works, trust me. So she feels kind of gypped, but she didn't spend any money on this, so she takes the little trinket and goes home, and her husband's at work, and of course eventually she gets bored and the mind starts wandering, and so she's like, I wonder. She's like, no, I couldn't. But of course eventually she gives way and she says the words, Voodoo Penis my pussy. And sure enough, the box flies open, and this large prosthetic wooden penis begins fucking her. And she thoroughly enjoys every moment of it. Has a wonderful orgasm, and she's all fluttery, and so she puts it back in the box, and sure enough, this really gets her motor running, so when the husband comes home, she's in the mood. And so they go at it, and they have a good time. And the next day comes around, he goes off to work, and he's in a good mood, and she gets bored, and sure enough, she says it again. Voodoo Penis my pussy, and sure enough, flies out the box, starts fucking her. She has an orgasm, she's all giggly, puts it back in the box, husband gets home, sure enough, she's in the mood again. Well, the husband has taken notice that suddenly not only is his wife in the mood now, but that she's actually enjoying the sex that they're having, and he wants to know what's up. So he goes up to her because, they're a married couple, and occasionally there are married couples who talk about this sort of thing. He goes up to her and he says, honey, I've noticed that you've been in the mood a lot more often. What happened? Did you get some help from a doctor? And she goes, you're not going to believe this, honey. And then she tells him the whole story, went to this voodoo priest, and he handed me this box and said all I had to do was use this voodoo penis on whatever part of my anatomy I wanted, and it worked. The husband is looking at her in complete disbelief, and he just looks at her and goes, Voodoo Penis my ass.